Hello everyone, it's Angie with Creative Memories. Um, don't mind me, it was gym night, it was shower time, my hair is not dry, whatever. Nobody cares. Um, we're gonna get into a layout. We are going to do April's virtual crop sketch one. Um, I liked this one. I don't know why. I just really like this one. It's a simple and easy layout, but it's also just has enough to be fun and interesting, also versatile to fit a variety of size or orientation photos. So I love to do some more complicated type layouts as well, some things with more paper and patterns and shapes and all that good jazz. But sometimes it's nice to just have an easy, quick layout in your back pocket and something that's, again, just a little bit interesting and fun. So I thought this one checked all those boxes. I'll definitely use this one more often in the future or again in the future. So let's switch you to my desktop view and let that load. Okay, so today I am using paper from Epic Adventures and a um, couple embellishments from there as well. I picked out. I have these pictures of the kids just kind of jumping on a big pillow blanket pile, and I don't know why, but I just felt like using this astronaut paper and the astronaut embellishments that went with it. It just says astronomically awesome. And then, so this is one of the papers from the Epic Adventures. This is another one, so it's the front and back. I'm going to use this for a base, and this will be one of my triangles. And then this, um, I don't even remember what paper pack this was out of. I think this was the bonus paper pack that we earned with the recent Gradient Best tonal papers. I think this was that bonus pack that you could get, which was a little bit more rainbowy. So I thought that the green and blue kind of went with the earth and was kind of, I don't know, just fun. And then I have this black piece. Again, I don't know what this is from, a black and white pack. This, I've used a little strip or so of it. It's not quite 12 inches. I think I've cut maybe a border or something from it. So this was just in my black stash. So I'm going to map my photos with this. This is going to be, the yellow is going to be the base of my page. And then we are basically going to cut some triangles to layer some paper both at the bottom and top. So it's pretty easy. Don't let like the angles and the diagonal discourage you. It is really easy. So we're gonna grab our paper trimmer, a 12-inch trimmer, and for this one it is a little bit directional. I feel like the meteors or whatever comets need to be coming down, so I am going to make sure to cut it on the side. So I need 3 inches, 3 by 12. And then I'm going to need a 3 by 12 inch strip of this one as well. And I'm going to go from this side so that it is shows a little bit more of the color variation. So there's two 3 by 12 strips. And again, they can be just complementing. So now the biggest thing with cutting these into triangles, we're going to cut them across, and then one is going to go to the top of the page and one is going to go to the bottom. Then the other important thing is if we cut one from the top left to the bottom right, we need to do the opposite on the other. And that's how we're going to get the triangles that kind of like overlap. And honestly, it doesn't matter which one's in front or back. I am going to take a couple little scraps of paper, and I want this one to be in front. We're going to cut from the top to the bottom. And this is just going to remind me. And then this one is going to be the top to the bottom. So if something like this helps you, so again, you can see once we cut this, this piece will go to the top, this piece will go to the bottom. And when we cut this one from this corner to this corner, no, we're cutting from this, yeah. So this one will be up at this top and this one will be down at this bottom. And they'll go opposite. And depending on which one you want in front, you can layer them however you need. So we're cutting where I put my Post-its. And again, it's just, you could probably lay your paper out and be able to see pretty easy which way the other one needs to go. But that was just a quick way for me to know I was doing the opposite. Okay. And there are our triangles. So again, I want my blue and green to be more in the background. So I'm going to put those down first. And then my more outer space paper will go in the front. And that truly is basically the essence of this layout. And they have, on the example or the sketch, they have a 4x6 photo and two 3x4s. Again, just digging through my photos, I had two horizontals, so I'm just going to kind of stagger them here in the center, and I have them overlapping a little bit. I'm probably going to leave them at 4x6 and do just a little mat around them. So let's put our triangles down, and that will be done. The kind of the key thing for triangles is you just want to make sure to get that corner tip, especially with your repositional tape. Just line up all my corners, and I'll put this one down. And there's that one, and I'm going to turn this around so I can see it a little bit better. And this one, I can see a little bit of yellow there. It's going to get covered up. It's okay. And there we go. So again, that is the essence of the technique. Oh my goodness. And you know what I completely forgot is they layered border makers, or a border on them. Completely forgot that, because you know what? I didn't grab the colored paper that I wanted to use for it. So I'm going to use some Platinum Shimmer, and it's okay that we didn't put it down yet because we used repositional tape, so it can just pop up real quick. So I grabbed the gemstone chain. I don't know, I just like the little shape of it. It just adds a little bit without being super overwhelming. So I know I need at least 2 full ones to go across, and then I think I'm going to need to do 4, because I think that's going to be a little bit more than 6 inches there. I don't think I can just cut a third one in half, but we'll see. Okay, so there is one. I was getting so excited about just showing how easy the triangle diagonal technique was. I forgot all about the border element. Okay, and I need at least one more, possibly two more. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's a little bit more than half. 6 inches is this little mark. Yeah, I'm just gonna punch another one because it will. I could probably trim it to make it work, but it's fine. We'll trim one more or punch one more. Oh, sometimes my little strip wants to get jammed. Okay. Now that our punching's done, we set all that stuff aside and I'll clean up my mess when we're done. So again, we use repo tape, so we will be able to tuck these in pretty easily. I'm going to use my silicone mat, and I'm going to do these little halvesy ones first. And again, I'm just going to kind of tuck it in behind the papers. And then we'll just trim the excess off in a second. Now we're stuck together. And you can use your multi-purpose tool to kind of lift it up a little bit too. Oops. I'm just trying to make sure I'm kind of evenly spaced. I'm looking at this little like teardrop one, and I'm having the paper basically at the base of that little teardrop. So let's trim those two off. And then we'll put these bigger ones on. And the biggest thing is I'm going to have to peel up this corner here because I put a lot of repo tape on that. Otherwise I can, for the most part, tuck it under. And this honestly might be an easier way for you to do it than trying to put it on the paper. But if I would have remembered, honestly, I would have put it on the paper first. Especially with this one, because I keep getting some of the little pieces caught. Okay, let's make sure we are pretty evenly spaced. That one needs to go in a little bit further. Whole thing needs to go in a little bit further. And I can tell already that my border is going to stop a little bit shy of the edge of the paper, and I'm going to take a little bit of this and just kind of finish off that edge or that. And that's not perfect, but it makes it look a little bit more like a full 12-inch piece. Let's trim off all of our excess. So was that part needed? No. But it was simple enough because we had some extra there. Oh, there's a little bit more to trim off. Okay, so let's put this last one down, and again I'm going to rotate it so I can see it a little bit better. And use our handy dandy repo tape again. And again, pull up this corner bit because that's where we put most of the repo tape, is especially on that little corner. And make sure I have a little bit of space between the edge there. All right, so let's put this one down. And again, this is like Bob Ross over here, right? Just happy accidents. There's no mistakes in scrapbooking. Nothing we can't fix. Oh, we're getting caught on that other piece. Okay, so there's that. And again, I'm just going to take a little bit of it. And okay. Oh, I need to go back. A little bit of repo tape on it. So I'm just kind of trying to line up the pattern. Again, it goes off the end of the page. It's in the corners. Nobody's going to notice that it's not exact. Probably except for me and all of you, because now you're watching and you know. But once it's in the book, nobody's going to notice. And again, maybe that's not something that you feel is important, as adding that little extra piece. If you're using border stickers, that might be a little bit harder to do in terms of adding that little extra piece. But there we go. Okay, and my asteroid comments are going the right way. So there we go. Would I have normally added these borders after sticking down the triangles? No, I normally would have added them to the paper first, but it's done, and no harm, no foul. So let's mat our photos now. So again, I'm going to keep my photos at 4x6. I could probably take a little bit off of that one. Maybe I'll take like a half an inch off. Okay. That works. And then we'll trim our mats, and I will actually trim my photos. I'm going to keep the width of my photos, or the width of my photo mats, at 6 inches, so I can take one chunk and cut it in half. So I'm going to go by 4 1/4 and cut it to 6. And then the one photo I just cut down to 3 1/2, so I'm going to trim it to 3 3/4. And then I'm going to trim a 1/4 inch because I have some room on the sides. So again, for me, if I can keep my photos, or if I can do my photo mats at 6 inches, it just saves paper a little bit. Because then I can get 2 mats out of just one 12-inch strip, if that makes sense. So I've got one photo and mat and another photo and mat. So we'll put those down onto the mats. And again, I just use like a tonal textured black for this. It was out of one of the black and white packs that we've had through the years. And since this one has a little bit more dead space, that's the one I'm going to kind of layer on. Something like that. And the idea was to do something like this. Maybe. Somewhere I will need to journal. So maybe I'll put this up here and do my journaling down there. Maybe we'll move this down a little bit more and do that. Let's see. What is nice about doing videos sometimes is I can look at my computer screen and get a better overall view of my page than I can just by looking at it sometimes. So I don't mind that. Again, I'll probably do a little bit of journaling down here, and I think that's good. I was kind of wondering if I should put this up there, but I think it gets lost in the border. So I think I like that. So let's put the photos down. I'm going to start with this one on the bottom. Again, these are not the photo dimensions that the original sketch had. And again, that's okay. Sometimes sketches are just an idea or inspiration, starting point. It's your scrapbook. You do whatever is best for your scrapbook and your pictures that you're working with at the time. And maybe we'll have this guy kind of floating away up here. Don't really want to chop off all of his feet there. But he's waving hello. All right. So I will do my journaling off camera. I'll do a little note down here, what they're doing, maybe the date, and that will be it. That is my layout. So again, I just really like this layout. It is pretty simple with just the two basically chunks of strips of paper cut on the diagonal. I feel like it looks a little bit more intimidating than it is with the diagonal cuts. But there you go. That's how we do it. And I'll switch you over real quick. Okay, so if you create this layout, would love to see it. You can join my private Facebook group if you would like. If you want to become an advisor like me, whether you want to do it just for a hobby and purchase and get the discount that way, or whether you want to start selling and creating videos and doing whatever fun things you want to do, you can join as an advisor. Or if you just need to shop Creative Memories, I will post my shopping link as well. Other than that, happy scrapping!